So as you guys know, we love a good small town here on the Day Tripper. I mean, you got the dusty back roads, the quaint cafes, all of the untold stories. But then again, there comes a time when small just won't do for day tripping. And so we got to go big. And I mean really big. So we're finally going to the Big D. And I do mean Dallas!
This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info.
Dallas is firmly planted in the middle of North Texas, with literally thousands of ways to trip here from just about anywhere, even Oklahoma.
I always like traveling north on I-35 because you're sort of stuck in the suburbs for so long, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere on the horizon, boom, the Dallas skyline appears. And it's like, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Let the tripping begin.
It's the iconic D of DFW, meaning if the Metroplex is the universe, Dallas is the sun. But what is Dallas really? I mean, we all know the stereotypes. What, like big-haired women with high society tastes?
Now, I would have sworn there was a department store over here. Oh, you hush, Miss Prissy Pants. We'll be there soon enough.
Or those big-brained businessmen in their fancy suits.
No, I only buy Italian. Yes, and very expensive French.
Where are you?
Well, great. Then we'll be billionaires by Friday. That's acceptable.
Not to mention, I can already hear the theme song in my head.
Wait, were you singing that?
Not me.
Oh, huh.
But come to find out, the South Fork Ranch from the Dallas TV show is in Plano. Heck, even the Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington. So what is Dallas, beyond just what we think it is? Well, that's exactly what we're here to find out. And we're going to start by getting a full view of the city from the top of Reunion Tower.
Welcome to Reunion Tower. As we're traveling up to 500 feet in the air, let me tell you a little story about where we got our name. Put down your phone, Chet. Now, while most think of Dallas as big business and capitalism, we were founded in part on communism. You see, in 1855, a group of Frenchies came to Texas and founded La Reunion, a socialist utopia. Now, they were great thinkers, but terrible farmers, and their ideals were no match for good old-fashioned starvation. Throw in a blizzard and a famine of grasshoppers, and La Reunion became a Texas-sized failure of death. Enjoy your tour.
That was weird. But we were mainly here for the views anyway.
Oh, dude, check it out. This is awesome. 360-degree view of downtown Dallas. It's just something about seeing cities from up high. Oh, dude. It's windy up here and freezing cold. This is awesome. There's the old courthouse, the place where the president was killed, Dealey Plaza, the book depository. I feel like I've seen this diagram in a lot of those conspiracy videos, like the shooter was here, the shooter was here. Hey, when do you get to see the skyline like this? It's like you're even with the birds and the buildings. I think you can see Fort Worth from up here. The whole D, the F, and the W.
From up here, you realize just how big the Big D truly is. You can see so many neighborhoods. There's Uptown, the Design District, even Fair Park, way over there. And then there's the 1.2 million Dallasites who live here, always in perpetual motion. And the best part, they have no idea I'm watching them.
Looks like that guy got a bagel for breakfast. Based on his name tag, he is Steve. He's a data analyst for a downtown accounting firm. He's checking Facebook and doing fantasy football. Someone needs to fire him. Big Brother is always watching you. Ooh. It's like an illustrator for everything we can actually see. You can see for miles. Is that Oklahoma? Oh gosh, turn the camera. We're not looking there. And what really pumps me up is I can see just about everywhere we're going today. And the spot we're headed next is right over there. Are y'all ready? Because I'm definitely ready. Let's go.
You gotta remember that when you're in a big city, you can't do everything in one day. So it's best to pick your spots and explore small pieces of town. Today we're gonna do stuff that's right in the heart of the city, starting with this cube of curiosity, the Perot Museum. And to help us expand our minds, well, here's museum expert Krista Moore.
It's 180,000 square feet of interactive nature and science, and we encourage people to actually do and touch. It's not one of those museums where you sit quietly and just stare at things. So
that's good.
This is a place to have fun.
Opened in 2012, this museum took 3 other Dallas museums and combined them into one giant explosion of science. But when I'm in any big museum, my first thought is, take me to your dinosaurs.
And we found that dinosaurs are kind of the gateway drug to science.
Oh, that's so true.
Everybody loves dinosaurs.
Confession, I had dinosaur wallpaper on my room as an elementary kid.
Love
so,
it.
Yeah.
A lot of this area used to be underwater, believe it or not. This is a Tylosaurus, and he is very, very long. He was found in Rockwall County.
What?
So that's just east of Dallas. So this guy would have been swimming around right here where
Right
we're
where
standing.
we're standing.
Yes.
Oh, I would not have been swimming here then, right where we were standing, because this guy's terrifying.
One cool part about the Perot is that many of these guys once roamed Texas, including this guy, the Alamosaurus.
Texas-sized dinosaur.
That's right. These vertebrae are actually the only known in the world to be this complete. And it took our scientists 9 months to prepare each one. But this is one of the largest animals to have ever walked the planet.
These look like boulders, right? And these are just a piece of his neck bone.
Correct.
Like,
that's right.
that just
this
blows
is,
my
This
mind.
is part of the neck bone.
Here's another Texas tidbit. The oldest bird fossil in all of North America was found in Grapevine. And the discoveries continue even to today, like this mammoth Ellum found in nearby Ellis County. There are multiple floors of exhibits covering everything from robotics to gyms, including giving visitors a look into ourselves. No, seriously, like a look into a human body.
So we have a man and a woman, and these are real slices of human bodies.
You're freaking me out a little bit. This is a real human?
This is a real human being.
Brain, spinal cord, organs.
Yes, and that way you can see in intricate details what's going on inside you and me.
No way.
Yeah.
Talk about a slice of life. There are places to walk on the sun, touch a tornado, and experience an earthquake. But I am so pumped about this hall, the science of sports.
You can go into our motion lab and you can test your reflexes. And over here, you can race a professional athlete, a cheetah, or even a T-Rex.
T-Rex?
A T-Rex.
Wait, I can race a T-Rex over here?
You can race a T-Rex right here.
Is that working?
Yes,
Is that
it's called our
okay?
run
I'll
wall.
just
And check.
race a T-Rex?
You know, I've always wondered that if I was chased by a T-Rex, would I live or become a dino snack? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, what? You're taking the jacket off?
Taking the jacket off.
How about the hat?
No, I turned the hat backwards to run faster. Figured if I have better arm motion, I can win this race. He's here. I've got better form longer.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I beat the king of dinosaurs.
That was like 0.1 seconds faster.
And now I can compare myself to a king of quarterbacks, Roger Staubach.
Coverage, read coverage, find open receiver. See, I have a quicker release than Roger Staubach. Oh, wait, who's this? Oh, Jerry Jones is calling. Wait.
I'm a big kid in the candy store of science.
Oh man, I could spend weeks in this place.
Well, since we're learning about the science of the human body, let's talk about the digestive system. Nah, better yet, let's experience our own digestive system. So we're headed to lunch, but first, we gotta cut across the web of one-ways that is downtown Dallas.
I think you have to live in Dallas for this to make any sense to you. It's cool, like new modern building, old historic building. New modern building, old historic building. Whoa, giant eyeball. Of course.
Dallas is home to a very active art scene, but we're now crossing over to the other side of the tracks. One of the artsiest parts of town.
Downtown Dallas is sort of confined within the highways, but whatever direction you head, as soon as you pass the highway, you're in a totally different part of the city. Right now, we're out east in a neighborhood called Deep Ellum. And if Dallas and downtown are the fancy part of the city, well, this is whatever's opposite of that.
It was historically the home of Dallas's black and immigrant populations. These buildings could tell tales of blues clubs, domino parlors, and then falling into near total neglect However, nowadays there's a new generation of business owners bringing new blood to this neighborhood. And one of those is Pecan Lodge. Hailed as one of the best Q joints in Texas, this place was started back in 2010 by the Fortons. That's pit boss Justin and his wife, boss lady Diane.
So, man, Justin, I understand you guys started like a farmer's market?
Well, it actually started a lot earlier than that. We used to just drive our pit around selling barbecue sandwiches out of the back, car washes and Jiffy Lubes and stuff like that.
Gosh, so you've come a long way. It's got to be pretty cool to see this line, like how far y'all come.
It's been quite a ride, you know. I mean, from there to the farmers market and then over here, it's been crazy.
A serious ride for a couple that stepped away from corporate gigs to chase their dreams, which actually didn't start out as barbecue.
Well, when we got into it, we didn't even consider ourselves a barbecue joint. It was more of a southern food restaurant. So we had barbecue and we had fried chicken and a bunch of other stuff, but over time, it was the barbecue that really captured people's attention.
So y'all still have fried chicken?
Yeah, we still do fried chicken and a bunch of other stuff.
But it's the real deal Texas Q that inspired an insane feeding frenzy and a line that can stretch down the block.
Oh, here we go. This feel is purely like small town right here.
Yes.
That's awesome. What kind of wood we got here?
It's a blend of oak and hickory. So this is the oak.
Ah, smells like lunch. No pecan wood?
No pecan.
Okay, so most people probably think y'all are doing something with pecan wood, which is kind of a rare wood to smoke on.
It is, you know. So I grew up in West Texas. We started with mesquite, but because it burns so hot and fast, I couldn't sleep a lot at night, and so we started blending in the oak and everything like that.
Get 1 or 2 more hours at night.
This, folks, is the magic to Pecan Lodge. Briskets ride these pits for 15 to 18 hours. Some serious low and slow.
I'm gonna smell like a smokestack the rest of the day, or like barbecue. I'm gonna start licking my clothes when I get hungry in the middle of the afternoon.
Before I start licking stuff, I think it's time to eat. I've invited a buddy of mine to lunch, Texas Monthly barbecue editor Daniel Vaughn. And what better way to do lunch than with the trough, complete with beef rib, pork ribs, brisket, pulled pork, and sausage.
Yeah, I think we need to divide and conquer here. You go with that.
As if we're gonna get to the end, like, oh, you ate some of my half. I mean,
you're gonna need one of these.
All right, there we go.
Like, look at the size of that beef rib compared to this.
Just for comparison's
You need
sake.
a little spare rib here.
Dude. All right, obviously, I mean, the beef rib has taken off. You didn't see many places doing this
right
10 years ago.
You had Louis Miller barbecue and Black's barbecue. That's really all there was. Now, within about the last 5 or 6 years, so many barbecue places are doing the beef rib, and now even outside of Texas.
Oh man, I'm catching something sweet too in his rub.
Texas is known for the salt and pepper rubs, but at Pecan Lodge, they have 8 or 9 different spices in their rub, including a little bit of sugar. They weren't really barbecue purists going into this. They're also not coming from a barbecue family, so they don't feel beholden to certain recipes. So they have the freedom to do some different things. I mean, that bark on there,
it's thick.
It is.
Like, I need a lot more of those napkins, man. It's like all over my face.
Yeah, here, let me help you out there.
Thanks, buddy. This platter's basically for the indecisive man.
Yeah. Or the connoisseur, depending on who they got their pork sausage and then the beef sausage here. The beef has a little bit kick with some jalapenos, so. Holy smokes, man.
What do you think Pecan Lodge brought to Dallas that wasn't here before?
Well, I think it brought a new understanding of what barbecue could be. The whole idea of standing in a line, that there was barbecue worth waiting on.
Yeah.
You know, that didn't happen here in Dallas until Pecan Lodge started to get that live. The other barbecue joints that have opened here, they just have an understanding that if they want to really make a mark, then this is their target now.
That's a tough bullseye to hit, man.
It is, but it's something to strive for.
No kidding.
Folks will continue to try, but for now, Pecan Lodge is the king of Dallas Q, and we just conquered our own lunch.
We now interrupt this programming to remind you to like and subscribe. Now back to the road.
Okay, so Deep Ellum is immediately east of downtown, but we're gonna swing around the skyscrapers to the west side for another one of Dallas's best pocket neighborhoods, the Bishop Arts District.
How do you describe it? It's kind of this funky mix of restaurants and shops, artists, whether they're painting stuff or making jewelry. It's really cool, and it's in this part of town that like a decade ago was completely forgotten about. But some visionaries decided, hey, you know, this is cool. We got all this potential, so let's just go back and re-inhabit this old place.
And now business is good, really good. Even old homes are now inhabited by hip little shops, like this one, the Wild Detectives.
It's like a coffee shop bookstore in an old house.
very Bishop Arts.
It's a place where the craft beer, caffeine, and knowledge flow freely.
You too can have a body like mine. Body by Day Tripper right here. The Day Tripper diet. It's all beef rib and coffee.
There are new books amongst old LPs that you definitely won't find at your regular bar, bookstore, coffee shop, old house place. And you probably don't have one of those either. And something else you won't find in your normal neighborhoods, an antique store for men, mantiques.
Yeah, man, you know what? I'm tired of those sissy, girly antique shops, you know? They some mantiques. They even have complimentary Lone Star on draft. Antiques don't get much more manly than this.
What is that?
I think it's an albino cobra.
No dolls or doilies.
Day trip you will. Welcome to Antiques. Welcome you are at Mantiques.
No French chifferobes or fancy china sets. This is stuff every guy needs, like antique weaponry.
Hey, easy. Shoot the show in 3D.
I need everything in here. I'm just gonna say that. I just need it. It's not that I want it, I need it. You literally can't push these buttons without making sound effects. Boo!
Walk around that with X.
Are you looking at my pelt, sir? You need to ask a man before you get close-ups of his pelt. You didn't even ask.
Don't worry, gals, there's plenty of boutique shopping in this neighborhood for you too. But now on to something both men and women alike can love, and it's called, dude, sweet chocolate. This is not your normal chocolate experience. Example, chocolate salami, or chocolate balsamic vinegar. But that's all because the owner is definitely not your normal chocolatier. It's Chef Catherine, who's gonna show us how she does cocoa.
Start you off with something, everything has a story.
Okay.
Well, this is called Flower Child.
Okay.
Okay, and it's kind of Earl Grey tea without the tea. So it's orange blossom water, bergamot, jasmine. And slow down, man. Let it melt a little bit, right? Just don't don't just like mow through it.
That is so smooth.
Yeah.
Like so nice and clean.
The chocolate comes in familiar forms like truffles, barks, and bars, but it's what's inside that counts.
This is our fudge. So that one's called albatross. You want to know what's in it now?
Hope it's not albatross.
No, it's not. That would be kind of gross.
Yeah, you gotta tell me, because I cannot put my finger on it.
Blue
I'm just getting
cheese.
this.
Blue cheese powder. And it's only for the salt and the acid.
Really?
How about mushrooms or birch bark? And what about that salami? Well, luckily it's not meat, but figs, marzipan, and chocolate.
If it can physically mix with chocolate, you're gonna give
And
it a
tastes
shot.
good. And still tastes good.
Tastes good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cardamom, coffee barbecue.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? That's what I'm thinking.
You know, this place and this neighborhood are pretty incredible, but I think it's time to burn off a bit of our barbecue, coffee, chocolatey energy. To explore the place I have in mind, let's head to Red Star Bicycles, a local bike shop in the Design District that doesn't just rent bikes, they rent serious bikes. Just kidding. We better rent something a little more normal, as we're gonna hit the Trinity Skyline Trail.
Man, this is cool. So we stepped out of the bike shop. We're like immediately on this pedestrian bridge. I mean, look, we got a big open highway ahead of us. Meanwhile, the cars are over there stuck in a gridlock. Yeah.
Rather than blow it up after they built the new one, Dallas turned this bridge into a safe community gathering spot, and quite possibly the funnest bridge in Texas.
The King of Dallas. You don't know Tom Cruise does his own stunts? Well, the Day Tripper does his own stunts too. Ah!
This urban bike trail is unlike any other. The Skyline Trail is now 4.5 miles of paved adventure, proving that one doesn't need to leave the city to find the great outdoors.
So we dropped off the levee, and we are now under the bridge. Under the bridge downtown is where I rode my bike. I apologize to Anthony Kiedis, Flea, and the other Chili Peppers. But this is pretty neat. So we rode over the bridge, now we're going right under the bridge.
And the best part is that it gets folks up close and personal with the Trinity River, a waterway that has always seemed right there, yet for some reason, always out of reach.
You know, it's crazy. Like, Dallas isn't really thought of as a city on a river. At least that's not the way I think of it. But one of the major rivers of Texas flows right next to downtown. And for a long time, it got diverted and just forgotten about. But luckily, they're sort of rediscovering it in a sense. I mean, these trails have gone in. There's people hiking it now. There's people exercising everywhere. It's great.
Dallas has big plans for this entire river corridor, but the progress they've already made is impressive.
I mean, look at how much trail there is. And we've basically ridden from here to here. Basically like one hang 10. And there's about, I don't know, 20 more of them.
Eventually, riding the trails will take an entire day. But with our day coming to an end, well, I'm gonna let my bike carry me to dinner. And luckily, I know just the place that's half a mile away where I can park the bike and get some city-style home cooking. This is Chicken Scratch, and just like they've upcycled these old railroad containers into dining rooms, and these crates into light fixtures, well, they've also upcycled the chicken biscuit, taking something that's traditionally been just meat and bread and transformed it into a towering pile of ooey gooey fried chickeny deliciousness. This is Chef Liz.
So is this like the best fried chicken you ever have that just happens to also be on a biscuit with a fried egg and bacon on top of it?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you can find any other place that would serve a biscuit sandwich like our sandwiches.
It's insane.
All right, there's your Foundry biscuit sandwich.
That thing looks like about 12 layers of deliciousness.
You start with the biscuit, the 2 tenders. You have mashed potatoes, the bacon, beer mustard, American cheese, and honey.
Wow. Holy chicken, that is good.
Holy chicken.
Did you basically take a whole chicken dinner and try to stuff it between two pieces of bread?
Yeah, and then you have to eat it with a fork and knife. You can't eat it with just 2 hands.
That's not gonna work, because that will not fit in a human mouth.
No.
Essentially.
And if you don't take your chicken on a biscuit, well, they serve it up a ton of different ways, like chicken with waffles, chicken roasted over fire, buffalo wing chicken, chicken strips, strips of chicken. Wait, actually, I think that's the same thing. Anyway, just as the name suggests, everything here is made from scratch.
We cure and smoke our own bacon. We make all of our sauces here.
Y'all just upstaged Grandma. I don't know how Grandma would feel about that, but y'all are blowing her away. That's good.
Next door is the Foundry Bar, with a killer stage made of old pallets. Oh man, I gotta say, this place is just too good for one biscuit. So I think it's time for round 2. They call this one the Chicken Scratch.
Nice. Thank you, Liz. You know, I gotta be able to try both of them so I can tell you which one is best, right? You got a fried egg, some Tejano red sauce, and then a whole mess of collard greens on the bottom. Hold on. Sunday lunch after church, but all on one biscuit. That's so good. Man, Dallas with its fancy reputation, you think of this upscale, high-end dining, but man, a place like Chicken Scratch just takes all that, brings it back home, for some good old-fashioned, down-home cooking.
What a day. Whether you trip it from sky level or river level, Dallas is an experience all its own. A huge city made up of local neighborhoods and full of 1,000 personal experiences. It's called Big D for a reason, and it makes a bigger than big day trip.
Well, guys, we have had one big day in Big D. So I'll see all y'all out on the road. Vaya con Dios, amigos.
Dallas.
The highways with these daily sites don't make a lot of sense. It's not like Australia. You just hop on a dingo, ride wherever you want. There's really no streets at all. Just watch out for the inland typins. Oh, wait, who's this? Oh, Jerry Jones is calling. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Romo's gonna be hurt another season? Yeah, I'm in. All right, guys, I quit.
Krista, can we talk about how we'd like for you to host our show now?
Look, I could teach this stuff, if I'm being honest. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Listen, the video speaks for itself. I don't have to even, I can debate this all day, but look, just look at the evidence. Just look at the evidence.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Howdy, y'all. Follow along with my adventures at Chet Tripper on Instagram and at The Day Tripper TV on Facebook and YouTube. Or head to thedaytripper.com for travel guides, past episodes, and info on our mobile app and Team Day Tripper.
This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Howdy, y'all. Chet the Day Tripper here. Thanks so much for tripping with us. Remember, while you're here, like this video, subscribe to our channel so that we can stay out there on the road and keep on tripping. Did we miss anything in this town? Leave us a comment, let us know. We love finding out about new stops with all of your tips. And if you love Epic Texas Day Trips, remember to check our channel. We got a lot of them on there. Also, don't forget, if you want some sweet Day Tripper merch or another cool Texas-made product, come see us in Georgetown at the Day Tripper World Headquarters. You can also shop online if you check the link down there in the caption. All right, y'all. Bye con Dios, amigos.